I want to show you everything you need to know about the ZeroWater filter. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's go ahead and I'll make sure you show everything, okay? So I'm going to test this. I'm about to change my filter, so I wanted to give you the test results and show you every aspect of it here so you can see for yourself. Okay, so there it is. I'm filling it up now. The thing is, when the water in the Zero filter starts to taste like lemony or something like that, it tastes off. That's when you know it's time to change it. And then even on the top here, it has a little thing that shows when it reaches 0.0006 on the TDS meter, then you're supposed to change it. So now it's tasting funny. So when I test it, I can see it's actually at, let's see, see if you can see this, 27.2, okay? All right, so make sure you get in there real good so you can see. All right, so 27.2, and then when I take that out, it goes to 0. So that's 27.2. Now we're going to take this and I'm going to empty this out. Once again, make sure you can see everything. Empty this out. I'm going to put tap water in here. Okay. Sit it right here. I'm going to put the TDS filter right there. And that's 25.1. So the thing is, when it stops working, it kind of stops working, right? So anytime you start to taste that weird taste, then it's time for you to change your filter. Okay, so now I'm going to take it, I'm going to empty this out, okay, and I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to show you how to change the filter, okay? So here we go. So everything's going to take this out. I usually just lift this out because I want this to stay clean, okay? So let's move this camera back a little bit. All right, and so you want to empty out all the existing water first. So we take this, upside down like that, and I'm just going to twist this filter out. Just like that. Okay. Sit that in the sink, let that dry. I'm going to sit that on top, okay? Then I'm going to take the replacement filter. I'm going to open this up. Okay, so that's what it looks like. It comes with a seal on top. I would not recommend it buy anything but the official. You can try it on your own. It may be great, but I only buy official stuff because I don't want stuff that could potentially have less safety standards than the original. This cost me about $18 for the Zero filter. Make sure you get everything off here. And it is normal for it to have like some condensation and some moisture, okay? So you can kind of see it's got water droplets and stuff like that. All right, so I just want to make sure I got everything off the edge. So I'm trying to get that little piece right there. Okay, so now that's off. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna put it here, turn it to the left a little bit to get it to thread, and then start turning it to the right. You shouldn't have to fight with it. It should seal off on its own. Sit that back in. Now once it's back in, take the top, put the top on. So now we're going to move this over to the faucet. Okay. And we're going to put it on cold water. Take it, and I'm just going to move a little closer. And I'm just going to fill this up. And keep in mind, it has a little barrier there on the inside, so I'll take this off so you can kind of see what's happening. Once again, sit that on the bottom. So this is right. You're filling it up on this side. It has that to kind of control the flow of water to this side. Okay, so I made a big boo-boo. One thing I forgot to do is I forgot to empty out the existing water, because remember, the existing water, so glad you get to see this, because the existing water in there is not going to be good. So we need to take this out. So you can kind of see the stream. Like that's about how much it filters. Okay. So one thing you definitely need to do is when the water doesn't taste well, empty it all out. Start from scratch. Now, okay. Now that I've got the existing water out of there, let's start over again. Okay, so once again, you're gonna put the water in this chamber, let it flow to that chamber. All right, so now that you got this, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. Okay, so now you can see there's just a little bit at the bottom. So this is gonna take a second for this to filter through, but I wanna keep the video going because I want you to see this is an actual test. I'm gonna take this, put this back on the bottom here. And so now you gotta let it go just enough time to get like, you can kind of see right here, the water levels, right? Get as close as possible. So right now you can kind of see like right there. That's about all we got. But the reality is that should be just enough for a test, but I still want to let it go a little bit longer. Because like I said, there's a little bit of more of the unfiltered water that's still in there. Shake it a little bit. All right, we're starting to get a little bit of a base there. This also lets you know how long it takes to kind of fill. So it's still full. Now this can take up to 12 to 15 minutes. So you really want to stay on top of it. So that if you have a family of 4 or more, you may go through filters like, you know, every month or 2 months, depends on how many are. For us, because it's just a couple of us here typically, unless we have guests, so we'll go through a filter roughly every 3 months. Order them in a 2-pack, and it costs about $18 for a 2-pack, so it's not very expensive. I've used this one literally probably for 6 months or so, only because the other one got broken. Like the nozzle got broke here, cracked here. And so that being the case, I purchased another one immediately because it could not live without it pretty much, or didn't want to live without it. And so that being the case, I've used Zero filters probably for over a year, maybe almost 2 years this one. So I believe in the product. It is what they say it does. Okay, so we should have enough now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna, same glass, okay? So see, empty, nothing there. Maybe I should do it here so you can kind of see, make sure. Okay, so here you go. There you go. Okay, so this should be just enough of the filtered water. All right, I'm gonna take my TDSS tester, same one. Try not to take everything off screen, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want people to be skeptical. And put that in. And so that's coming in at 0.004. Okay, so you can see a big difference. Regular tap water is like 27 point something, and this is coming in at 0.004. So the stuff does work. It gets rid of pretty much all solids, which means there could be some minerals that you're not getting as a result of it. But once again, you're gonna rinse it off. Well, actually shake it off. Gonna do it again. There you go, 0.004. In most cases, this is actually at 0. So I wonder if it runs through the filter a little bit. Let's do another batch just to make sure. All right, take this. Okay, that should be enough. All right, and we're gonna do it again. There it is. So still has some of the water in there from before, but you can see now that I kind of got the old water out, absolute zero total dissolved solids. So it works. I hope this was a good test, everybody. I hope this was enough to convince you, to use this product, because my family's health is important to me. And so there's a lot of stuff in water. So now I'm going to be looking into filters for the shower heads and stuff like that to deal with chlorine. But anyway, if this video was helpful, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.